That brings up a good point when you talked about looking at, what's ahead for the new year. We talk a lot about writing our goals down, and so that way you have something to work for, reminds you. And Billy is a big believer of, you write it down and eventually it comes true. I mean, not just, miraculously. It's not like sprinkle the pixie dust and it all happens. You got to work for it. That's for sure. You got to work and sacrifice. But what are some goals, if you don't mind sharing? What are some of your personal goals for 2021?
Yeah, so I've been doing that. That's what I got up early this morning to do. Last 2 days I've been doing that, getting up at 4:30, writing down a lot of things for myself personally. I first start out with person. How can I personally be better or develop? I'm with you. We don't. Not looking to sprinkle the pixie dust on something, but I want to look at areas of my life through my character, my work ethic, all those things personally. How I'm married with children, so how well am I going to? How better am I going to be able to treat my wife, and how can I continue to be a better husband? How can I coach my kids better? How can I look at their stages of development this year, their grades of school, et cetera, et cetera? I'm looking at how me personally are going to be able to help them. And then I just dive into other areas, big part, and that goes into spiritual life, what kind of devotion I'm going to put together this year. And then I turn into my work goals, how efficient am I going to be this year? What was it in 2020 that got me distracted? What was it that wasted a little bit of time? How can I be better with my time management? Those are big pieces for me, Paul.
Well, certainly in 2020, there were an awful lot of distractions that nobody could have prepared for. That's for sure. And I had to I had to think and hold myself back from laughing a little bit when you said you were up at 4:30 writing those goals down. And my boy Felipe, I'm sure he was sound asleep at 4:30.
I was snoozing until about 6.
but he's definitely, he writes the goals down though. He's all in. He's just not quite the early bird, maybe that you and I are.